Okay, so today's topic is diet and exercise, and I know you're probably groaning at me already, but I totally get it, and it's still really important. So let's talk about it. So once you're ready to tackle the subject of food and fitness, you should probably start by finding a nutritionist or dietitian. By this point in the process, you've probably already seen one. I know that for me, that was the first thing my doctor suggested, and I think that's a pretty typical story. But regardless of past experience, having a nutritionist or dietitian in your corner is going to be a major help when it comes to surgery. Now, I know we've all been through the ringer when it comes to diet at this point, so you probably feel like you know how to handle your diet. But when it comes to surgery, it is a whole new ballgame. It's honestly pretty common for people to forget about the basics, such as like protein and water. So at least give it a few good sessions with a nutritionist. That way you can get as much information from them as you can. So if you aren't automatically scheduled or already seeing a nutritionist, you should probably ask to get one. So moving on to the pre-op diet, some surgeons will put you on a pre-op diet. And I know that can be a little scary, but if I'm being completely honest, I honestly think that you should go for the pre-op diet regardless of whether it's required. The reason is because this is going to make your life so much easier after you have the surgery. So this is what a pre-op diet usually looks like. You want to drink 3 protein shakes a day, each having at least 25 grams of protein. You want to make sure they aren't like super high in carbs and sugar and all that too. And fat. And then you have 1 meal a day, and that meal should be less than 10 grams of fat, less than 10 grams of sugar, and over 15 grams of protein. You will also want to make sure that you're having low carbs every meal as well. So that's what your normal day is going to look like while you're on the pre-op diet. Even though I wasn't required to do the pre-op diet, I did do it, and I did it for 2 weeks leading up to surgery. And I honestly think it helped for a couple reasons. One, I lost 14 pounds over the month before surgery, and it was mainly because of that diet. And I'm pretty sure that weight loss helped me in my recovery. For 2, I really think that having this pre-op diet really helped with the post-op diet. Now, what I mean by that is the first 2 weeks after surgery are only protein shakes. And the pre-op diet kind of eases you into that. Just keep in mind though, with me saying all this, you should definitely talk to your doctor before you make any changes to your diet. I am not a doctor. I'm not a medically trained professional. I have no licensing or education under my belt that would give me the opportunity to tailor something to you like this. I also, even if I did have any of that, I don't know you personally. So I can't tell you what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat. So just make sure that you talk to your doctor. Up next, you want to log all of your food and drinks. So if you're putting it in your mouth, you want to write it down, and not just what you're putting in your mouth, but when and how much. And if you're not already doing this, you should probably start as soon as possible, because getting this under your belt, getting this habit formed is going to be really good for you after surgery, because after surgery, you're going to need this tool. After surgery, every time you go in for a follow-up, they're going to ask you for your average protein per day and your average water intake per day. It makes it so much easier to answer these questions if you've been logging your food and water. Also, your nutritionist is going to want to see, maybe not see, but they're going to want to know exactly how much you're eating, what you're eating, when you're eating, and it makes it so much easier to answer those questions as well if you're logging what you eat. And not to mention, it helps hold you accountable. Now, the final topic for this video is going to be exercise. Getting your body used to some form of physical activity is going to be a great thing for both before and after surgery. Not only will it help you form the habit before surgery so that you can get back into it easier after surgery, after you've recovered enough, but also it will help you while you're recovering, because your body will be in a little bit better shape. Now, keep in mind, when I say exercise, I do not mean to go bust your butt in a gym or at home. You do not have to do something intense to get exercise in. Honestly, depending on your weight, if you're at an extreme weight, something as easy as moving your arms and legs up like back and forth on the bed is plenty of exercise in the beginning. You will, depending on where you're starting, you will work your way up the ladder and exercise will get easier, and as it gets easier, you'll be able to do more. So just do what you can for now and don't push yourself to an extreme limit. You don't want to get hurt. That would be counterproductive. So that's it for this video, but before I go, I did have a side note announcement thing. I have a Discord channel now. If you want a little bit more interactive help and advice, or if you just want to be in a community of like-minded people, then this is the space for you. I have a link in the description below. I hope to see you there. So something else, I totally realized as I was writing the script for today's video that there's a really important topic that I totally missed when I was formulating these videos. And when you're preparing for bariatric surgery, it's an extremely important topic. Honestly, when you're doing anything in life, trying to be healthier in life, it's an extremely important topic. I will be posting one more video on preparing for bariatric surgery next week. Then after that, I promise I'm gonna move on to the next topic. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. La 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 la.